So excuse the dog walking video here. But this, I really like the reference that this commenter had to peace in our time. That's what Neville Chamberlain said when he came back from negotiating with the Germans and that guy with the mustache over Czechoslovakia. And in 1930s, Germany, the Nazi party in charge, had a vision of a greater Germany, and they saw themselves as a German people, and they weren't going to be limited to lines on the map. And they looked at Czechoslovakia and said there are lots of German-speaking populations, and there were, right, in that area, and so they claimed it to be properly theirs. So this very much rhymes with Putin's kind of reading of history of Ukraine and the idea that they're Russian-speaking people. All right, blah, blah. But that's not what really makes the parallel here. The parallel here lies in the underlying strategic situation, in the underlying bargaining situation. If Putin, and he hasn't made this offer, we got to say this is a lot of talk about just some aids going on, but at some point he might, so it's worth considering. The thing is, if he says, hey, recognize my annexation. He really wants that. He would really like the international community to recognize the annexation, even though he's going to say that he doesn't, right? And he really, really wants that. So the thing about the situation is he's willing to stop doing something, fighting, right? That's renewable, that he does every day. He decides to fight or not fight. It's something he can stop and something he can pick up. So his concession is going to be temporary, right? I'll stop fighting today, and you're going to count on me not fighting every day after this. In return, he's going to be asking the West and the world in general to make an irrevocable, a one-off, right? A single decision. Yes, we recognize your annexation. And once that is done legally, it's over. Right? So the next day you can't take it back. Therefore, if he wanted to start fighting again the next day or the next week or the next year, there's no threat, right? That we can't take back this thing that's given because it's largely, I mean, we can raise issues with it, but we've legally given him what he wants. So that is the problem with all land for peace deals, right? They are not renegotiation proof. And that is the same problem that they had in World War II, before World War II with the invasion of Czechoslovakia. And like I say, we're careful about making comparisons to certain events in history. And, it's too easy to do, but this underlying bargaining position, the strategic situation is in fact comparable. So this commenter's allusion to that is spot on.